It's Patrick and Chuck at Pals. Chuck, what can you tell me about this Volkswagen Bug?
Well, it's not really a bug, it's a Beetle.
It's a Beetle.
Yeah, that's what's the original name for these things, was the Beetle. You know, this was actually Adolf Hitler's invention. He wanted to build a car for every man. And so when he built these cars for his public and the Germans, it was so that every man could have a car. Well, they migrated their way across the pond, the United States, Mexico. This car is actually the Mexican version of the Beetle.
So this car was made in Mexico.
It was, and it was probably driven on the streets of Mexico for many, many years before it made its way here and migrated. Hopefully it wasn't illegal immigration when it got here. But anyway.
So what year is this 1976 Beetle that was manufactured in Mexico?
Well, it's actually a 99, so they didn't change the body style for decades. These cars were inexpensive and hugely popular because they were inexpensive. They were also very efficient. And the other interesting thing about these cars, can't get it open. There's no engine under here. The engine's in the back and it's air-cooled. This is an air-cooled vehicle, not liquid-cooled. Now, the newer Bugs that they're building today, 2013, 2015, they are actually liquid-cooled. They are actually just like what you would find in a regular car today, and the engine is up front. This is actually the trunk. The engine in this vehicle is in the back.
Now this is an iconic design. This is very, when you see a Volkswagen Beetle, you know it's a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the Mini Coopers, and we service a lot of those. Once you see a Mini Cooper, you know what a Mini Cooper is.
Well, and you know, those vehicles, Mini Coopers, Volkswagen Bugs, Fiats, they have sort of a cult following. You know, the people who buy those cars are not only very loyal to them, but they just simply love them. You know, we work on the Village's Mini Cooper Club's cars. There's about 230 of them. And we've had many, many of these in here over the years. Matter of fact, a couple of years ago, we did a complete restoration on a 79 Super Beetle. We put in a new engine and rebuilt the gearbox and put in a new fuel cell and basically redid the mechanical parts of the car front to back.
So it'd be safe to say that the Volkswagen Beetles were the Mini Coopers of the 60s and 70s.
Absolutely. Back in that day and that era, you had the hippies, and not only did they love the Volkswagen Beetles, but they loved the buses as well. You could camp in them, you could drive cross country in them. So Volkswagen had a niche, and they were hugely popular back in those years, and they are now. Today we see 18 to 24-year-old girls just love these cars and drive them all the time.
Well, if you've got a Volkswagen Beetle Bug, bring it to Pals.
Hope to see you soon.